With Gojo VS Makima being out now, you know what time it is. It's time to review it and say what I liked about it. However, before I do that, I'm going to do a very quick review for Frieza vs Megatron. Because as we know from my community tab, I skipped the episode because the fan base was acting just a bit goofy. I still remember what happened, so let's watch the travesty that unfolded and you can basically see why I skipped that episode in the first place. Wow, that was one pretty bad conclusion. I'm gonna post about it online, see what other people think.
Analysis doesn't equal animation. It's for entertainment purposes only.
I don't think that's how it works. Oh, Frieza won? But he didn't need to go black. This is Megatron wank. Okay, why are you also here? There was this as such a baby. Just turn off the screen to avoid the trolls. Please don't tell me you think it's that easy. Gojo vs Kyusuke is the better Gojo matchup. This is ass! Have you considered that? No?
But
It's
it's
so
so
easy,
easy,
and I
and
don't
the
look at them
animation
all to
is
respond
easy,
to them
and
versus
the
Kyusuke.
animation
Be able to avoid them all. They decided to go
it's
with
that
that
easy
an
to
excuse.
beat.
Why
Why
is
is
show
just
of course
Megatron in a way
that
is
he's doing it to
completely
himself. So yeah, all that happened. So quick review, 8 out of 10, good everything, conclusion was ass, so yes, that's about it. Less said about the matchup, the better, or else I will grow a hernia. Gojo vs Makima is a peak 10 out of 10 episode. The team really popped off with the making of the episode, and it certainly paid off. This, thankfully, was a breath of fresh air, and a relief to see after the mess that was the waiting period after Frieza. I would like to never go through that again, please and thanks. But with the episode out, that of course means it's time for another review. Before we do that, allow me to go into the cipher. In my opinion, this goes into the pentagram. I don't think this goes into the suit, because Gojo has nothing to do with suits. Both Jujutsu Kaisen and Chainsaw Man have a lot to do with the supernatural, which is the main reason for this opinion. Which means after this, the only symbols left will be the skull and crossbones, the flask, the recycling, and the suit. With all that out of the way, we can now begin the review for Gojo vs Makima.
By cutting her to pieces, cooking her into a 7-course feast, and fucking ate her?
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by HelloFresh.
I really liked each character's analysis. It goes through the characters well and overall is a fun watch through and through. The main reason this matchup was my preferred for both is because I had the best opportunity to hook me into both Jujutsu Kaisen and Chainsaw Man at the same time. And I could certainly say that after watching this episode, both series seem interesting. I'll add them to my watch list along with the certain magical index franchise for Misaka. The jokes were kind of hit or miss. Gojo's didn't really stand out, but I did like a few Makima jokes. Mainly the panic joke at the start and Boomstick's reaction to Denji eating Makima. Anyone would probably react the same way Boomstick did if they first heard that. Also, the editing for the analysis is also quite goddamn intricate. It's very much prevalent and it's also very well done by DJ. Just like, and even with that, there's also like character-oriented things such as blue particles and red particles for each character, or the eyes for Makima. It makes me very much interested in both of the characters even more, even if CSM portrays Makima as one of the more hated characters. Overall, the analysis was a very fun watch, and those are basically all I have to say. Editing-wise, joke-wise, everything about it was good. Although, why is HelloFresh a sponsor? Okay, look, that has to be intentional. It has to be!
Hey, yo, the pizza here!
Oh boy, the fight. We're gonna be here for a while, boys. The fight was spectacular, and also incorporated a mini-story where Gojo is sent to take down a curse in the shopping mall, which leads us into the first amazing part of this fight, and that is the references. Death Battle not only references Samurai Jack vs. Afro Samurai from Season 5, but also shows us some of the dead combatants from Season 10, such as Guts, Alex, and the Chosen Undead, which is a very badass touch to the episode. There is also a bit of Cypher reference when the man gets blown up in the bathroom stall, and in the Infinite Fluid, which references past episodes and other funny things, such as the putting Lisa on screen, and okay, how are you still relevant? Dialogue was also pretty good in the episode. with the start just showing how different these characters are in personality, with Gojo just being a joking douchebag to a curse, and Makima just looking at him ready to destroy him just for being an asshole. This continues past the pre-fight, where both were showing off a bit of a big ego over themselves, all of them showing their joking nature and serious nature respectively. Downside to this though is that we didn't get a bark from me meow scene, which would have been hilarious, but it's sad that we didn't get it. And now the fight animation that we see, yeah, I think we could all agree, this fight is very fast paced and full of excitement. The attacks look very good and the fight shows a decent amount of their powers within the time frame of the fight, which is around 3 minutes including the very long pre-fight. There are also several uses of hand-drawn animation and they all look brilliant, with Gojo's especially looking well animated, super detailed, and the animation for him talking cuts right off. The animators did a good job with everything hand-drawn. Honestly, the art makes for good profile picture material. The track was also pretty decent. Who Wears the Crown, though an okay name, is a very decent bop during the episode. I don't really care for it on its own. When it comes to the track, I kinda prefer Curse Control. But the track is still very good despite my opinion on the track by itself. And the stakes in the fight. Hot damn do they rise in a very awesome way. Since Makima can't permanently die easily, Gojo is fighting off what Makima is firing at him whilst also killing her in the process. However, one wrong kill could result in its own death, as death battle put them in the same Japan. This fight keeps picking up as other weapons are used, like multiple weapons at once, Clone the Fox, Gojo's 6 Eyes getting reversing more 5 with every cool shot. There's just so much going on. The coolness also leads to the climax, where Gojo taunts Makima while already used Bang, which bypasses Gojo's infinity and directly hits him. A few more bangs are hit, one of them completely taking out his leg, and then Makima tries to control Gojo and summons devils, which do something. I don't know what to do, I have a red chainsaw now. Makima tells Gojo to be a good boy and play dead, to which Gojo steps back without barking, and as he's tired of Makima's pets, he uses brain refreshing to break out of control, which leads into the death. Gojo heals himself and prepares his domain expansion, Unlimited Void, which traps Makima and begins to give her unlimited knowledge, petrifying her because she just realized that Lissand's is a real matchup and is horrified at my actions. Luckily, I live in England, so she can't really get me. Unless she has a knife, then I'm screwed. Gojo then says his iconic Heaven and Earth line, before firing Hollow Purple which utterly annihilates Makima, as he was basically atomized, she had nothing to transfer, meaning this time, Makima was gone for good. Gojo rests as we were just over 1,000 non-sorcerers were killed, thanks to both Makima's curse and the chaos of the fight with the mall burning down. I've seen people say Makima's laugh and scream were out of character, and before I move to the conclusion, I'm gonna quickly debunk that. I have my reasons, please don't cancel me. Makima's brutal death in Chainsaw Man was something she couldn't have expected, because by the time she couldn't get like that, yeah, she'd already be dead. She couldn't pull out the contract because Denji was Denji and didn't do it maliciously, but out of love. And with the laugh, when killing power, Makima apparently began laughing to herself. So it would make sense for the character to be justified, and this isn't something she wouldn't do. Also, Gojo isn't out of character. Could be backed by Liz and Stash. Only I make bullshit claims to this community, my guy. Out. Now. Okay. Now it is time to talk about the conclusion. I'm pretty excited about this one, to be honest.
Being better than everyone is literally Gojo's thing.
How in the lords are people disagreeing with the conclusion? That shit was very much correct. Take some cope here because I'm about to drop some facts. The conclusion was very much detailed as they go through Makima's advantage as well, such as explaining how her bang attack could bypass Gojo's infinity. However, where Gojo truly won was with one thing, and that is his goddamn hacks. Gojo is quite overpowered past that, as mentioned by the episode. Gojo has a 24/7 brain refreshing which gets rid of control pretty easily, making your other win con pointless. This 24/7 brain refreshing would also mean the Halloween Devil would have no effect on Gojo, as it works similar to his Unlimited Void. There is also the argument that both fires were in the same Japan, so Gojo would have died from the contract. Well, in most likely cases, no. Gojo, in the first place, is a Japanese citizen, however the contract is randomized, so it will be complete RNG if Gojo died. If Makima could control the contract, she would have killed Gojo instantly. Makima also wouldn't be able to resist Hollow Purple or Domain Expansion as she has a functioning mind, meaning she too would be filled with unlimited knowledge, and Hollow Purple would take out Makima without having anything to transfer, meaning her contract wouldn't be able to work. Hello, my problem with this episode isn't even the fact that it's Makima related, it's that I just don't think Makima is faster than Gojo. That's really only a nitpick though, since in the end it didn't matter to the verdict. Overall, this conclusion and episode overall was a blast. Good analysis, interesting characters, neat power explanations, wonderful fight, brilliant voice acting, amazing death, and a wonderful conclusion. This episode really did not disappoint like I said at the start. Now, with all of Gojo vs Makima done, what is the next episode for Season 10?
Ruh-roh! Zoinks!
Jinkies! Jeepers!
For next episode coming out is Courage the Cowardly Dog vs Scooby-Doo. Nah, this ain't Capizzato next time. I'm shocked too. This seems more likely to be the Halloween episode. I don't think it is personally, since it's strange doing the Halloween episode after Halloween. As to where I think this goes on the sci-fi, however, this is most likely the Skull and Crossbones because they're dogs. Wait. Dogs? Makima? Oh, you have got to be kidding me! How are there more omens between these two episodes than the amount of omens I made with list sans? Both never leave me alone. Also, Courage wins. And that was the review for Gojo vs Makima. Thank you for watching. If you like this kind of content, you know what to do. You hear it at the end of every video. But with all that done, I do need to remind you my social medias also exist. Do follow my Twitter and Twitch. Links will be in the description. With that done, yeah, that's basically the entire video. Bye guys!